Hi, this is Alexander Marquez. And before I go into my topic, I want to quickly apologize because of the bad lighting. I am aware that it's a little dark in here. But anyways, what I have to say is really important. So I don't think at the end of the day it's as relevant whether this video is dark or not. What's important is the information that I want to cover with you. And I want to talk to you about the unstoppable mindset, right? I'm always observing people. Because I'm in business, primarily in network marketing, internet marketing. So obviously when you're in business, you learn that it's really all about your mindset. And I'm always amazed to observe and to talk to people how their mindset really limits them in a severe way. It's just amazing that they don't have the self-awareness to see how their mindset is really stopping them from achieving the next level. It's the language, how they talk to themselves is so self-defeating that it's keeping them down. When you develop an unstoppable mindset, it means that you literally shatter all excuses. You refuse to make excuses. You refuse to use your circumstances as an excuse to stop you from reaching the next level. Here's an important question, right? Here's an important question. Do you want to become better? Because depending on how you answer that question, it is going to determine what life you create. It's okay. You can say no. You can say you just want to be comfortable. You can say you just want to just to be content. You can say that you just want to have a stable job and maybe 2 children, a wife, a place, a nice home, and be able to just get home from work and watch some television, and on weekends maybe go out with some friends and your family. If that's what you want, it's fine. But you can't fool yourself that you're trying to create something greater if you're not willing to pay the price, if you're not willing to take the actions. You have to make a choice. You have 2 roads that stand before you. Like Jesus Christ said, you have the narrow road that leads to salvation. You have the narrow road that leads to success, that leads to greatness, and you have the wide road where most people travel down that leads to an ordinary, common life. And I'm not saying you can't be happy in that wide road, but what I'm saying is that if you want to create something greater in 2017, you have to challenge yourself to separate yourself from the masses and follow the narrow path that leads to greatness. And it all starts with committing in your mind, telling yourself, I am unstoppable. When you declare that out into the universe, when you declare that out into the ears of God, is the moment everything changes for you. Because you got started on the right path. Just the fact that you got started already places you way ahead of most of the people of the world. The fact that you started walking down that narrow path places you in a new reality and gives you an incredible opportunity to create the life you want. So the question is, why should we challenge ourselves to become great? At the end of the day, does it really matter? I don't know if you study philosophy, but if you study philosophy, there's such a thing as called nihilism. When you develop this attitude that when you examine life in general, life doesn't appear to have a meaning because we're all going to end up in the same place, which is 6 feet under, in a grave, right? So it seems when you develop a philosophical mind, life doesn't seem to have much of a meaning. And I think that's why people connect with religions because it gives us hope for something greater. It gives us the hope that life is not just about living and then just dying. But the reason I'm going to tell you, the reason it matters, the reason you have to demand from yourself to become great, is because literally the future of humanity depends on you becoming great. Just imagine, what would have happened if no one throughout our history decided to do something great? Do you realize that as a human species, where we would be at if no one ever decided to become something greater than their ordinary self? If Einstein didn't decide to become Einstein, if Isaac Newton didn't decide to become Isaac Newton, if George Washington didn't decide to become George Washington, we wouldn't be where we are. So the key is losing our selfishness. It's not about us. This is a human project. We're all in it together. The future of humanity depends on us becoming greater. How do you know that you don't have the next cure for cancer, for example? Don't you think that if you have the ability to come up with the cure for cancer, that you have a moral obligation to use that ability? So by becoming ordinary, by staying broke, you're not helping anybody. You have an obligation to become the best version of yourself. Because only when you do that, do you have the ability to give back? Do you have the ability to impact people? This is when everything changed for me. When I discovered that it's not just about myself. It's about that beautiful feeling of transforming people's lives. Of one day them giving their testimony before a big crowd, you know, with tears in their eyes, and giving thanks that you had the guts, to challenge them to become better. So I want to be your friend if you're listening to this video, but more than being your friend, I want to challenge you to take action. I want to challenge you to become better. So if you gave me a choice between, do I want to be liked or do I want to challenge you at the risk of being disliked? I would rather challenge you and be disliked all day long. Even if it meant that I had to live a lonely existence because I decided to challenge people and they decided to improve people's lives, that is a risk I'm willing to take because being ordinary is simply unacceptable. So I hope this video was helpful. My name is Alexander Marquez. Visit my blog at alexandermarquez.net. Click on the links that are below this video if you're watching on YouTube. The first link takes you to my blog. The second link takes you to my free newsletter and free ebooks, which are going to show you how to transform your life today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you on my next video. Take care.